All right, APGovers, just a short video from here today. Hopefully, you've already watched the Carrie Lamana video talking about taking the concept application question FRQ for this year's coronavirus edition of the AP exam. I want to highlight just a couple things that he pointed out, and then what you're going to do is you are going to write your FRQ. That I have placed in the under the classwork tab in the Google Classroom. I'm going to give you one today to practice. All right, I'm going to score it for all my kids that I have this semester. My kids I had first semester, sorry, time constraints. I just can't grade everybody, so I'm going to grade everybody that I've got it this semester. I'm going to give you feedback on it. If you took the class first semester, you could talk to some of your second semester friends about it. But if you have any questions as a first semester kid, just send me an email and I can kind of respond to you individually if you have questions about it. So I'm going to give you practice on Tuesday this week, and then I'm going to give you one more concept application practice on Thursday to do. These should not take you more than 10 to 15 minutes to respond to. All right, if you're taking more than 15 minutes, you're taking way too much time to do this. These are 3-point FRQ questions. You've got to answer these things quickly. There will be time constraints on the online exam on May 11th, so you really have to kind of be focused on this. So I gave out some instructions on Monday about what you should have in front of you, your unit review documents, court case summaries, foundational documents. You should have those things at your disposal. Hopefully most material you've got a working knowledge of, so you don't have to spend a lot of time looking for that stuff, but if you need it, there's something there for you to reference. It'll be more important even, especially with the FRQ that we're doing next week, the argumentative, but you should have these things at your disposal, right? First off, understand this. Every concept application question is worth 3 points. It is labeled Section A, Section B, and Section C. You should label your response. Section A, Section B, Section C. Each section is worth 1 point. It always asks you to do the same thing. And so what I've got up on this page right now is the generic rubric for every concept application question. The first thing they're going to ask you to do is they're going to ask you to describe some kind of political institution and or behavior of a political institution or a process connected with a scenario that they've given you. You maybe never had any knowledge about the scenario, but you should understand the terms, the institutions, or the process that's identified in item A. Make sure you define any term, process, institution that is there and connect it with the scenario. Regurgitate the way the question is written. Part B always asks you to explain how your response in A, all right, it can affect or is affected by the political process or citizen behavior somehow in connection. So it just takes your process, your answer from A one step further. Look explicitly at what is written in B and write to that in connection again with the terminology. If there is any terminology, any vocab, describe, define what that terminology means, and then put it in the context of the question. Finally, all right, they'll ask you to explain this in some kind of bigger context in part C. And so what question you're going to ask or answer, is the item above that I have on the screen here. I'm giving you some kind of scenario about the EpiPen manufacturers trying to take advantage of consumers with what they were doing to the pricing of the EpiPens. And what you're going to do is you're just going to follow directly the instructions that I have here. So you'll see this FRQ again in the Google Doc. You can look at it as many times as you want to. It's posted there above your response area. Please respond again next to the letters A, B, and C. For my second semester kids, the ones that I have right now, I will be scoring and leaving you some instructions below in regards to how you did on each one of those sections, your total score, and some feedback. I really need you to get me these FRQs by Wednesday at 6 o'clock so I can grade them before I send you another practice for Thursday. Final comment, all right, I'm going to be putting up today, later today, some information about how kids can receive extra credit, all right, for the work that they've been doing. Pay attention to what what's been posted in the Google Classroom. So hopefully everybody's doing well. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, and we will talk soon.